Right? It's beautiful that brothers come together on another mighty Shabbat. After all, it is a holy convocation. Right? The Lord requires that we come together on this mighty day. Can you bring out Exodus? First, bring out Psalms 133. Psalms 133, verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Now bring out Sirach 25 and 1. Right, we're going to go over these every week, just so Israel can understand and get it inside their head that it's beautiful. They should be amongst your brothers. We've been amongst the world all of our life, and near half of our life, a quarter of our life. So how much more beautiful in the eyes of the Lord that we be amongst our own people, like-minded people, brothers and sisters that wear fringes, that don't eat pork, that doesn't have an evil eye towards each other. You can't take this for granted. You bring it out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25, and verse 1. And three things that was beautified instead of beautiful spoke before God and men.
This is beautiful before God and man. Go ahead.
The unity of brethren.
The what?
The unity of brethren.
The unity and coming together of brethren is beautiful before the eyes of the Lord. Imagine that, being able to fulfill something that's beautiful before your maker. Having the ability to perform something beautiful in the presence of your God, I mean, that should only make you feel good. Go ahead.
The love of neighbors.
The what?
The love of neighbors.
And the love of neighbors. Right? Being able to execute the commandments. Being able to perform that which is right. And exercising with your right hand all the holy things that the Lord required of you. Continue.
A man and a wife that agree together.
And of course, a man and a wife that agree together. I mean, that's always going to put a smile on the brother's face. Yeah, me and my household good. Me and the brothers be good. That's always going to bring a smile towards your face. There's nothing better than that. There's no amount of money that can make me smile like that. There's no amount of items and carnal riches that can make me smile like that. Than knowing that a brother got home safe. Than knowing that a brother's household is in order. That's something that should put a big smile on your face. So as we gather together in this mighty Shabbat, I mean, it's only right that we go over a Sabbath service. And today's Sabbath service this week is recent events and news. Right? For brothers that may not know, a lot's been going on in the news. A whole lot. Right? We're hearing about civil wars, hearing about rumors of wars, actual wars, famines, earthquakes in diverse places. It was just an earthquake up in Michigan. I don't know if brothers heard about it. It was an earthquake not too long ago. Or earlier this week or last week. So you got earthquakes in diverse places as the Lord prophesied. So let's go to Ezekiel 33, verse 1. And having the name watchman, we have to live up to it.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, and verse 1. And again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
Right, he blows that trumpet. That trumpet is a device not only used for the purposes of rejoicing for the Lord and for feast days, but also as a sign to warn the people. Right, it's a multi-purposeful instrument. Right, and in this case, in the hands of the watchman, it's used and designed to warn the people of impending doom. And so here we see the definition of watch, right? Pull the cursor over here. A watching state of being or remaining awake. Wakefulness. Also act or practice of refraining from sleep for devotional and penitential purposes. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to remain awake 24/7, spiritually with our eyes, and being able to understand and read these prophecies and understand how to match it to these current events, which is why it's very important to go over the recent news. You continue.
Verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Right. The blood's going to be upon your hands if you hear and receive all the information that's coming out today and you don't give it damn. The blood's on you, we don't care. I mean, it's your fault for not listening. It's your fault for falling asleep. It's your fault for dozing off. I didn't know. Well, hold up, the information is before you. Continue.
Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
And guess what? Everybody can hear the noise of a trumpet. You can't sleep through a trumpet. Bring out Matthew 24 and 14. You can't sleep through the words of the Lord. You think the Lord's whispering his word? Hey, put on your fringes. The Lord's not whispering. Right through the mouthpiece. The mouthpieces of the Lord, which are the prophets today, they're going to shake their hand and lift up their voice like a what? Like a trumpet. That's why you can't sleep through the prophecies. You can't say, well, I didn't know. I had no idea I was supposed to wear fringes. I didn't know I could, hate my neighbor. Bring it out.
24 what?
24 and 14.
This book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
And where?
In all the world.
It's going to be preached into all the world. Right? This trumpet is going to be noised throughout all the world. So again, there's no excuses. You got watchmen throughout every night. Throughout all hours of the night, I'll say. Literally, brothers do cold cuts and videos damn 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock. I seen brothers do a video at 3 a.m. I seen brothers do it at 3 p.m. I've seen brothers do it at 5 p.m. I mean, it's constantly non-stop edification being brought out and magnified. You continue. You go back to Ezekiel 33 and pick up where you left off.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
You're going to deliver your soul from damnation, from the pestilence, from the famine, from utter destruction. That's what you're delivering your soul from. Continue.
Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Right. In other words, if you have the ability to teach or perform that which is right in the eyes of God, and you neglect it, and you hide your gift and your talent, and you're a murderer, and you hate your brother. Imagine having the option or the ability to preach the word and say, nah, I'd rather not. I don't feel like blowing that trumpet. I don't feel like lifting up my voice. I mean, you're a murderer because you're allowing your people to just be put to death. And a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these political figures, they know, and they don't care to share information of who the Israelites are, on how to repent. They don't care. That's what makes them murderers, and that's what makes them demonic and evil. But us carrying the name of watchmen, it behooves us to actually live up to that name and to preach the word of God. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, so you can bring out Matthew 25 and 13.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 13. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man cometh.
You know neither what?
Ye neither know the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
You don't know what day the Lord will be back. You have no idea. Right? Here's a representation of a 24-hour cycle. Right? You got the evening. Right? It's really the day. It's evening to evening. That's what a full day is. You have the ears to hear and eyes to see. And then you also have different watches of the night. Right? You got the first watch, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Second watch, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Third watch, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. And the fourth watch, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Right? And the Lord can come in any of those watches. The Lord may come in the third watch, the fourth. I mean, the Lord doesn't even know. Only the Heavenly Father knows. So that's the span of 24 hours and even the watches in the night. So read that again, King Bible Chart. Matthew 25 and 13.
Matthew 25, verse 13. Watch therefore, for ye neither know the day nor the hour.
Right? We don't know the day or the hour in which he may come. Go ahead.
Wherein the Son of Man cometh.
That's scary. Bring out 1 Thessalonians. Do you continue?
Verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
I'm sorry, that's it on that. You can bring out 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others.
Right? Other people in the world, they're sleeping right now. They're listening to Lil Boosie, and they're listening to all these podcasts. Listening to silly-ass podcasts, thinking it's going to better their life. Ain't going to do a damn for you, brother. What good is that going to do you? I don't care what Joe Budden has to say. I don't care who's that other person? Somebody always care about what they got to say. Dave Chappelle said it.
DJ Academics.
Yeah, DJ Academics. Other dude I can't think of. I don't give a damn, to be honest. I really don't. Andrew Tate. I mean, if it's not thus said the Lord at the end of the day, I'm covering my ears. I'm blocking my ears and shutting that up. So read that again, King.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober. And Esau, they have a lot of devices to make you go to sleep. They got a lot. Stop thinking NyQuil is the only way that you can go to sleep. They can put you asleep by selling you a dream. Right? And you buy those dreams. You buy those false dreams. You actually believe you can be a rapper. You're still thinking that in the back of your head. I can be a rapper. I can make it big. You know, I can buy my mom, a crib. You know, I can take her out the ghetto. Brother, you gotta let those dreams go. Bring out Sirach 34 and 1. All right, this is a wake-up call.
It's the book of Sirach chapter 34 and verse 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools.
And dreams lift up fools. That's what we telling Israel. Wake the hell up. Get out of that dream of wanting to be a doctor. I mean, you got to go to school for about 8, 12 years. Study relentless, non-stop. You're going to end up forgetting about the Lord and falling asleep. That's not to say, you can't have your career and you can't have your little side hustle or jobs, whatever the case may be. But if it's something that's taking you away from the Lord, I mean, it's putting you to sleep. Continue.
Verse 2. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow and followeth after the wind.
What's that Meek Mill song? Dream Chasers? Dreams and Nightmares. Damn. Probably got something like Dream Chasers, but nevertheless. Okay, that's one.
Mixtapes and albums.
Yeah, Dream Chasers. A lot of Jake chasing a dream. I mean, you're never going to catch it either. So you go to Acts chapter 20, verse 9. We'll get an account of a man falling asleep.
So go to Acts chapter 20 and verse 9. And there sat in a window a certain young man named Eutychus, being fallen into a deep sleep.
So this man fell into a deep sleep. Go ahead.
And as Paul was long preaching, he sunk down with sleep and fell down from the third loft and was taken up dead.
He was taken up dead. You see what happened when you close your eyes for just a little bit? Even on a physical level, you're trying to stay up doing something, kind of got to wake up. And that happens to people even in this truth. You end up falling asleep, you close your eyes, and now you're not wearing fringes. Now you're eating pork. Now you're not taking care of your kids. Now you're wearing flip-flops everywhere. Now your mind's bugged out.
Verse 10. And Paul went down and fell on him, and embracing him said, Trouble not yourselves, that his life is in him.
Right, but this man was able to be delivered and taken out of that sleep. But the point of the lesson is you can't be falling asleep when a word is going out. And a word is always going to be going out. Right? There's no reason that you should be falling asleep. In other words, bring out Job 11 and 6. Right? I'm going to double quote this. In other words, going back into the world.
So book of Job chapter 11 and verse 6. And that he would show that the seekers of wisdom that they are double to that which is.
They're double to that which is, because even when you're asleep, what are your eyes doing? They're closed. Right? When they're closed, you can't see where you're going. So you bring out Revelation 3:19.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent.
He said, be zealous, therefore, and repent. Go ahead.
Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
The Lord is standing at the door knocking. You got the word going out. You got cold cuts. You got about a dozen other edifying videos. Brothers got Clubhouse. His voice. Let me in. Go ahead.
If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him, and he with me. To him.
And he with me. And we know brothers that was in this camp and he just fell asleep. He just got tired and fell asleep. That's what happens. One moment you're doing the work of the Lord. Work out Sirach 7:15. One moment you're doing the work of the Lord, putting your hand to the plow. You get tired, you just fall asleep. We've seen it. Brothers just get burned out completely. You bring it up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 15. Hate not laborer's work.
Hey, this is laborer's work. You think your job is tough? Hey, man. Try staying in the spirit 24/7. That's tough. And we know all things are possible for Yahweh Shah Mashiach, but we're still in these bodies. And that's all, I mean, that's against us. This body is against us. And we gotta fight that. That's tough. Raising up your household may be going off. You gotta put them in order. And you gotta stay in the spirit while doing it. And that's tough. That's laborer's work. Trying to stay up to read after 10-hour shift, that's work. That's putting your hand to the plow. Some brothers, they just get too tired. I'm not doing it no more. I have enough. It's easier to sleep. I mean, that's the old saying too. Dying is easy, but living is hard. So we want to show Israel why it's important to stay awake. Right? The day the American empire dies is the day the world will rejoice. You can link that up. You can bring out Proverbs 29 and 2. I believe that's it. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. This is from a whistleblower, right? The day American empire dies is the day the world will rejoice. You got that Proverbs 29, 2?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Who's rejoicing right now? Not even the birds. Not even the animals. They're sick. Their mind is sick. You got lions popping lions. You got gay penguins. Even the birds are sodomites. All because of the vibration that Esau's pushing out of his land. Look at the multitude of this generation and evil, monstrous women and monstrous children. They're a result and product of Esau's society. You know, I was at work and somebody said, well, you gotta call me Nathan, sir. I said, what? I almost got in trouble for saying what? I said, what? He said, what do you mean? I said, you gotta say that again. And he said, Nathan, sir. And I said, oh, okay. I just kept it pushing. This place is wicked, man. What is his sir? Bring it out.
Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, for somebody to say that, that indicates to me that the people of this land is mourning. It's plain. It's easy to see that. Right? But if you can't, then you're asleep. Right? If you can't see that, you live in an American dream. Being beguiled. Right? Under that doctrine. So again, the day the American empire dies is the day the world will rejoice. I like to see that. I like to see that. Right now, the U.S. military has announced a 10-nation coalition against Yemeni Houthis in the Red Sea.
Threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for. Who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
All right. Somebody added in that beat, but that was the actual original speech from a person in high authority in America. They actually said that on the news. They said somebody's going to raise your sons and your daughters. Those are strong threats. He said, so help me God. Raise your sons and daughters, man. So America's not playing around. Not that we fear them, but just to show you what's happening in geopolitics, they don't give a damn about these other nations. They're ready to rile up. Again, Esau's blessed with the sword. He's the only one that can make strong threats like this. And for other nations, kind of be, whoa, what the hell's going on? Bring out Genesis 25. I believe that's 27. Is that him being blessed with the sword?
That's 27.
Esau blessed with the sword. He's called the sword for a reason. The sword is the instrument of war.
Let me get it.
God.
So book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said to him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's right. You see these ships? That's a part of their sword. Their army, the navy, the military, the special ops. That's their sword. And they're living strong by it. Let me bring this out. You can bring out James chapter 3, verse 4 about Bashar, right? The U.S. warships currently operating in the Red Sea. These are all literally U.S. warships. I don't know if brother saw the news a few weeks ago, but even Biden said, or a military person said, look, we're sending out our ships. We had enough. They sent about over dozens of ships to the Red Sea. They're not over there just to play games and play patty cake. They're not over there to sightsee. They're not tourists, right? This is threats. They got there in like 3 weeks.
That's all of them?
Yeah, there's all of them. Tracking ships, IBO, Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, Gulf of Oman, the Persian Gulf, right?
Wow.
The U.S. Ike, right? The U.S. Ike and Bataan, an amphibious group, are en route to Yemen in support of potential response to the Houthi attacks. Because if you don't know, Yemen is supporting Iran. Yemen also supports Palestine. And there's a lot of oil over there. And you know when Esau smells oil, they get excited. They get round up. Huh? You said what? Come on. You can bring out James chapter 3, verse 4.
So book of James, chapter 3, and verse 4. Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whatsoever the governor listed.
See that? See how the governor of this land kind of directed these ships all the way to the Red Sea for a reason? And this is important too in politics. If y'all don't know what the deep state is, Google it. It's trending for a reason because the Hamite nation said, hey, Israel and Palestine, it's like Israel and America is a deep state. We'll be able to touch on that, but yeah. Yeah, it's getting spicy out here. Let me bring this out. You can bring out Psalms 22 and 28.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 22 and verse 28. For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he is the governor among the nations.
Right. Now, although a lot of these things are happening under the hand and rulerships of the prince of this current world, right, the Lord is still directing these people's paths. The Lord is making this war happen at the end of the day. Because remember, the Lord is a man of war. So who's going to know war better than the Most High? Who's going to know war and tactics and strategies better than the Lord? How do you think we came up with our tactics on how to win wars? It was by the knowledge and wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel. So how much more these nations as well? Especially Esau being blessed with the sword, having a super skill and knowledge and tactical information with the sword. So just then, U.S.-based attacks in Syria. Official Iraqi sources are reporting an attack on the American Algier base in Syria. And this is what's happening. Now, there's one guy saying, the U.S. has no business being there in the first place. Well, tell that to America. You think they give a damn? The Iraqi resistance has carried out 100 attacks on U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria since October 18th. Since October, U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria have been attacked 100 times. Over 100 times. So again, if you wake up, you're saying, well, why are these ships over here? Or why are those ships over there by the Red Sea? This is why, brother. This is exactly why. They get blown to smithereens by Ishmael, by that wild man. Let's not forget that's a wild man. So we can bring out Matthew 24 and verse 6.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right, these things must come to pass. Right, if you don't want this to happen, then you don't want the Lord to come back. Right, there's nothing you should be afraid of. I'm scared of war. What if they grab me? My family. Brother, your spirit not right. You can hold that and go to Sirach 14 and 10. That's the purpose of these videos, to get Israel in the spirit and to feel safe and a comfort of knowing that the Lord will protect you, provided that you keep the commandments. You can bring it out. 2 Ezra 14 and 10.
Oh, you said that right.
It's like the 2 Ezra 14.
2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 10. For the world have lost its youth.
Right? The world has lost its youth. We seeing it now. We're able to live to see the day that America is losing its youth. That puts a smile on our face, man. Nobody respects these presidents, these leaders. Sleepy Joe, Trump's a racist. Nobody respects these leaders, man. In the 70s, people kind of have respect towards JFK. They have respect towards George Washington, Eisenhower, Ike, right, Gerald Ford. They have respect to their leaders. But now we're living to see the day we're making mockery of these politicians and leaders. That's America losing their youth and losing their grip. Right? Because when you get older, you lose your grip. You're not walking the same you used to. You're not seeing the same.
They got a whole female as a vice president.
Yeah, they got a lady vice president.
What?
And she a heathen. Regardless, they got a heathen. It's like they got a lady as a vice president. Yeah. I believe she's Elon. You got it, King.
Book of 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 10. For the world have lost its youth, and the times begin to wax old.
Mm-hmm.
For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already.
Right. During Ezra's time, the 10 parts are gone already. Go ahead.
And half of a 10th part.
Right, and half of the 10th part. Wouldn't it be around 10:30? Go ahead.
And there remaineth that which is at the half of the 10th part.
And during this time, there still remains the half of that 10th part. Now, keep in mind, when was this, around the 3rd, 4th century? About how many years later? About 1,000+ years later. Look at where we at today. Or even then some. 2,000 years later, damn near. I mean, how much more time has passed? It's got to be around 12 o'clock. It says the world is divided into 12 pieces for a reason, right? That represents a clock. And at midnight, we know the Lord's going to return. Not literally at midnight, but that's just a representation. So you continue.
Verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order.
The Lord says, set thine house in order. And so when you see these news, see these whistleblowers exposing things, once you see Epstein's flight log get exposed, right? And people start murdering more Israelites, I mean, that's not the time to be afraid. It's the time to gird up your loins and get in the spirit. Stop thinking these things won't happen on American soil. Go ahead.
And reprove thy people.
And reprove thy people. Because through reproving, you get comfort. That's what the staff and the rod is for. So with that, you can go back to Matthew 24 and verse 6.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
See that ye be not what?
See that ye be not troubled.
Don't be troubled by hearing these wars. Stop thinking you got a hot missile dedicated for you. Well, I keep saying I got a missile for me. It's over for me. I think that's it. Good game, Bach. Good game. We tried. Maybe next time. No, brother, have some hope. Have some faith. You bring out Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Have some faith, Bach. It'll go off this week. Most High God hate me now. That's letting your sins weigh you down. That's letting your conscience condemn you, as it says in Sirach 14 and 1. On down. Go ahead.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So we have hope through the understanding and the knowledge of our forefathers and what they went through. We have hope. We felt zealous after reading 2 Maccabees. Every brother want to buy a sword on Amazon after reading Maccabees.
That is right.
That's for a reason, because we get hope and comfort after reading those mighty accounts. So when these things come to pass, I mean, you should wink at it. It ain't nothing. I can do that. I can go through that. I got the Lord on my side. I saw what the Lord did with our people in the wilderness. What I'm worried for? You're supposed to be telling yourself that's easy through the Spirit. Easy money. Continue. Was that in Romans 15?
No, there's a little more on that.
Okay.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
We might have hope. And when Paul was in prison, and we saw him get broken out with the angel, and that gives us hope. I've heard and seen stories of brothers being in prison for the word, and they sing songs and they got released the same night. These things are for our comfort and for our hope. And not only that, to share it to the next brother, so that they may also have comfort and hope. So with that, we can dive back into Matthew 24 and verse 6 again.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. The end is not yet. So if you see over here, Western countries ask Iran to please slow down on the nuclear program. They said, Baba Kashar, slow down. The US, UK, France, and Germany, which, if I'm not mistaken, are part of NATO, have collectively requested Iran to reverse and de-escalate its nuclear program because they're getting nervous. Anybody remember what happened last year around beginning of the year?
When the war started?
Yeah, when that war started, what did America do to Iran?
They left all their weapons and their planes there.
They left all their weapons and their planes.
Oh, they
That's 60
evacuated.
billion. I think
They-
60 billion worth of tanks and armor.
That's right.
That's why they left.
But it's also something else they did. It might have been last year or the year before.
In Afghanistan. I think they.
They took out one of their generals.
Oh yeah, they killed him. Yeah.
They killed them. They murked them
That was your before.
in cold blood. Brother said it was the year before.
And they said they never gonna forget about it.
And here they are not forgiving about it. So stop, you gotta link everything up. They didn't forget about it. They said, we're not slowing down. Give us some time, right? Give us some prep time. The IAEA recently reported a sharp surge of more than 60% in Iran's uranium enrichment, because that's the main ingredient for these missiles. In nuclear warfare, Iran has stated that it's like the increase is nothing new, and it's not waiting forever for a nuclear deal with the West. So let's see what this is. So this is from the U.S. Department of State, right? Joint statement on the latest Iranian nuclear steps reported by the IAEA, right? And I'm gonna get to the crux of the matter. It says we condemn this action, which adds to the unabated escalation of Iran's nuclear program. The production of high-enriched uranium by Iran has no credible civilian justification, and the report production at the Fordo fuel enrichment plant and the pilot fuel enrichment plant further carries significant proliferation-related risk. And Esau has to use a million big words. It's extra. And proliferation. Iran has increased uranium enrichment to new weapons grade levels there you go. They're working hard. Their blacksmith is working hard. Right? Overtime. And again, this is, did you read Matthew 24:6?
Yeah, I read that.
Okay, all praises. Right? So that's rumors of war. So let's pull this out. All right, this is recent events and current news. See what this Speak Man said. Check this out.
I've been saying for 6 months now, hit Iran. They have oil fields out in the open. They have the Revolutionary Guard headquarters you can see from space. Blow it off the map. I've been saying for 6 months now.
He said blow it off the map.
Oil fields out in the open. They have the Revolutionary Guard headquarters you can see from space. Blow it off the map. I've been saying.
And that's a heavy threat, man. Somebody tell you they're gonna blow you off the map. They want everybody dead. Yeah, go over there and do it yourself, queen. So nobody.
I love that. I love that.
Ain't nobody respects these people, man. Childless man wants other people's children to die in a war. They're fed up with America, especially Lindsey Graham, right? That woman. So bring out Ezekiel 28 and verse 7. You know how arrogant that is to just say blow them off the map.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, and verse 7. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness.
It's like, can you read that one more time?
Verse 7. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee.
Right. Strangers is coming upon America in every which way, even on a physical level. Thousands of immigrants are coming through. Right? Go ahead.
The terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
Right, and these nuclear weapons, that's them drawing the sword. It's bringing the sword out the sheath, just slowly drawing it, getting ready. Go ahead.
And they shall defile thy brightness.
They're going to defile you. Right, they're going to defile your brightness by what? What is it?
And they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of men that are slain in the midst of the seas.
You're going to die in the sea, straight up and down. That's what's happening. We're living to see this. That's beautiful. You know.
I was going to add something to what you were saying earlier about some brothers being a little frightened or scared about these rumors. Psalms 37 and 19.
Bring out Psalm chapter 37, verse 19.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse number 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied.
Right. Let's play upon tables. Because famine is coming as well. Let's not forget about that. Famine is definitely coming. Right? Whether it be by the hand of nature, so-called, or by the hand of Esau holding back their food and bread. right? But nevertheless, a famine is coming, right? And a famine usually is going to start when these grocery markets shut down, or there's a blackout, and nobody's able to operate and uphold these buildings that contains all this food. And that's going to result in looting, right? When everybody steal everything and not pay for it, I mean, that's when the real famine is going to kick off, right? And you may go a day without eating. You and your family may go a day, but you still can't lose hope. You may go 2 days without water, and you're just thinking, was the Lord still with me? He gotta be. Well, that's why you gotta read the scriptures that have hope and comfort. Because what happened to Elijah? Last time I checked, he got provided provisions from the birds. Let's bring that out real quick. Bring out that account. Can't recall exactly, so whoever can bring it out first.
1 Kings 19.
Nah, not yet. That's what it is. You got it. You start at the beginning. 1 Kings 18. You can start at verse 4.
Verse 4. It's a book of 1 Kings chapter 19 and verse 4. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die.
And that's what you may tell yourself in those days when it's a famine. That's raps. Good game, it's over. You know, we had a good run. GG's. You know, I see you in the kingdom. A lot of brothers, you may be thinking that, sincerely. That's serious stuff. Go ahead.
And say, It is enough now, O Lord. Take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers.
See, he said, all right, that's enough. I'm tapping out. Go ahead.
And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baked on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and lay him down again.
Yeah, that's plain. That can happen to you, brother. That can happen to your family. So what are we gonna eat? The kids crying, Daddy, Daddy. You know, you gotta stay in the spirit in those days. Those are gonna be perilous times. You gotta tell them to have faith, you gotta exhort them. And through the exhortation, Most High may bless you with some provisions, whether it be food, a bunker, whatever the case may be. Anything to feed y'all. And that's what the Lord can do. You can bring out Psalms chapter 30, verse 4.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 4. Sing unto the Lord, O ye his saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness.
Yeah, you got to give thanks to remembrance of his holiness. That's why you have to remember the days of old. And remember the things that the Lord has done for you and your people. Right? That alone should be more than enough of information to give you hope. So with that, you can go back to Ezekiel 28, and it's like you can get Ezekiel 32 and 29.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 32, and verse number 29. There is Edom, and her kings, and all her princes, with their might are laid by them, that were slain by the sword. They shall lie with the uncircumcised, and with them that go down to the pit.
Right?
There be the princes of the north, all of them, and all the Zidonians, which are going down with the slain. With their terror, they are ashamed of their might.
Right. And really, Esau is, you're going to be slain and you're going to be cut down utterly. Right? It says, you will pay. Iran has just sent a chilling warning after alleged Israeli airstrike kills commander. So they keep killing their commanders and generals. You think you're going to forget about this? Lie. Look at that Ishmaelite. Look at his nose. They didn't forget about it. They getting ready. But are you ready, Israel? Let's bring this up as well. More rumors of wars. Polish President Andrzej Duda starts emergency meeting with the National Security Bureau after a suspected Russian missile strike in Poland. This just happened. This is actually pretty recent.
That was yesterday. How you shake somebody's hand?
See that? And look at her. She don't belong here. She don't know what's going on. You see they getting ready? They got the generals. This is them at the table. This is their crafty council. They got the little teacups. They got the coffee. Yeah, shaking hands for 30 seconds. You know.
Those some nice chairs.
Yeah, they got the chairs ready.
Nice.
They got the big TV. They got the flags. They getting ready.
Get ready to die.
Right, getting ready to die. Poland is a NATO member state. Now, if you don't know, well, if Russia hits one of those NATO states, they're at war with all the NATO.
It said strike Poland.
You said where?
It said Russian missile strikes Poland.
Yes.
Suspected.
Yep. Yeah. There we go. Everyone else remember that Russian missile that hit Poland farm a while back? That definitely was a Ukrainian missile. See that? And then you see the comments and you got some problems. Bring out Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's right. Things are really starting to escalate quickly in the Mid-East, and America is now in the middle of it. They're literally in the middle of it. They wasn't in the middle of it earlier this year. It was kind of helping out. It was a proxy war sort of with Russia, but they're literally in it. They're in it. You got ships literally in a Red Sea and on the coast of Iran, coast of Palestine. They're actually in this war. I would go as far as to say we're all at war. We are at war. U.S. shoots down 12 suicide drones, 3 anti-ship ballistic missiles, and 2 land attack cruises missiles in a 10-hour span. See that? See this? Someone said only part of the end times. There's so many things most Bible readers don't even realize that are happening. And prophecies they still don't understand have been happening. See that? Brother got precepts, he can bring them out. Still got about 8 weeks. All right, now this is also happening in Ukraine. They're still at war, we didn't forget about that. This is how it looks like from a point of view of Ukrainian civilians when Russian missiles strike their cities. See. Oh, that's all right. See. Well, hold on. Bear with us, bear with us.
Капец! Ебать, 3-4, ебать!
I heard that.
Пиздец!
Incredibly sad. Well, I'm incredibly happy, man.
That's right. That's right.
Ебать, 3-4, ебать!
Here. hear her voice.
Yes.
Now this happening in Asia. This is what's going on over there. South Korea braces for a North Korea threat.
Wow.
Right? South Korea is on high alert for any military provocations. Do not wait for order to respond to North Korean provocations. Do what is necessary immediately. That's what the president said. President Yoo Kim Jong-un directed aides to plan actions that will cause major ripple in the South. Seoul's spy agency warned of potential North Korean nuclear test or armed border conflict earlier next year, aiming to unsettle South Korea ahead of key elections. If you don't know, North Korea is known for shooting their missiles in the sea. I mean, that just happened multiple times this year. Even Japan, they kept having to do a little bunker test, whatever the case is, whatever you call them.
They was doing the air raid, you know, the horn that be going on?
Mm-hmm. The
The
sirens?
siren, yeah.
Yeah.
They was doing that and people was scared as hell.
Yeah, they do a lot of those siren tests over there. They're not going to do that over here because, that'll put America in right.
They do that in my neighborhood.
You said what, King?
They do that in my neighborhood. Every
Oh, Sunday? Oh, Saturday.
at 1 o'clock,
Yep.
it go
Is it the first of every Saturday or yours is every Saturday?
every Saturday.
Okay. See that? They did mine in my neighborhood like every Saturday, first of the month.
Well, I live around plants.
Oh, okay. See that? They getting ready. In Moab, they be in order. I give it that. I give them that. They military, they structure. They be in order. Yeah, Esau not moving like that.
At all.
Because in Esau military, you got sodomites. You got sodomites and pink men and yellow men and weird men. Right? You got a lot of punks. You got a lot of dandelions in Esau's war. Yeah, sissies. Yeah, sluts too. Yeah, you got, I think people with OnlyFans, they started to join a war or whatever. A lot of perverted men in war. Just a perversion of our army. Just perverted. So let's bring this out. Bring out another one. Just thought of, I believe that's 1906.
Yeah, I got precepts.
All right, well, praises. Let me bring this out real quick. Let me see. You can bring yours up. Well, let's watch this real quick. Wow. Damn. A Russian missile strikes a high-rise apartment building in Kiev. This is still happening, by the way. That war is still happening. It's still blowing up Ukraine.
All praises, all praises, all praises.
Imagine hundreds of those hitting America. You got your precept.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Right. That's that waster. Right? A waster, let's pull that up. I'm gonna pull up the definition. Let me pull up waster. Right, you can read that again.
I got you. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, and verse number 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
That's what I wrote. It's not what I want. That's okay. Read that one more time, Kenny.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Right, the waster, that's the missiles, right? Waste, right, means to devastate, to ravage and ruin. To waste, to squander, spoil, ruin. Empty, desolate. Because that's what a missile does. It makes things desolate. It makes things empty, right, where it can't be inhabited, right? And these blacksmiths are those people that's literally working on these missiles. You got it.
It's the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glistening sword coming out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Break it down.
Basically, these are the nukes, the missiles that are going to attack these different places on the earth, especially when it comes to America. And when it says that all darkness shall be hidden in the secret places, it's talking about those underground bunkers, which if you watch that movie on Netflix, Leave the World Behind, that's what they were referring to towards the end of the movie. And it just said that Jeff Bezos, if I'm not mistaken, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, one of them, is starting to create underground bunkers somewhere, I believe in Hawaii.
If it was Zuckerberg, I got that as well. I got the links for that.
So, these top dignitaries and politicians, top people in society, they know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. You bring out Isaiah 54:16. Uh-oh, incoming news. What's this?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
That's right. Uh-oh. That's some incoming news,
Yesterday,
right? On War Monitor.
it just happened. News 55.
Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. What is this? War Monitors.
Got 30 tabs on X.
Yeah, I do it. That's a lot. Let me pull this up real quick.
It's a lot of stuff.
I'm tired of these tabs. My computer blew up. Alright, check this out. Video published by Hamas showing their fighters clashing with Zionist terrorists in the Khan Yunis axis.
But who's recording this?
They got their highlight clips.
Oh my God, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that was a lot of warfare.
I figured something else.
نظام الدراسة السفر اللي جاي فرق كان في الاستشهاد في لبنان. كانت بتسافر من قبل المسلمين كان يجي. الحمد لله الحمد لله.
They're calling upon their gods.
Still dying.
You bring out Joel chapter 3, verse 9. And those aren't fireworks, right? Bring out Joel chapter 3, verse 9.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
What did it say?
Prepare war.
Prepare war. Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
And that's what we telling these nations. We tell them, get ready for war. Go buy your gun. Go get the ghillie suit. Go get your grenades. Get ready for war. All right, that's what we tell these Americans. Get ready. We're not going to fight in it. Y'all going to fight in it. Y'all going to die for your country. It's not my country last time I checked. All right, this is what they said. We love death as you love life. That's a hard line, though. They said, you love death as you love life. Damn.
They're not playing.
Yeah, they're not playing like that.
They're about action.
Yeah, that's a hard line there. You know, I'm gonna hold you.
Look at this.
They
Wow.
said, we love death as we love life. Huh?
It's a wild man.
Precept.
Don, you got it, King.
Started 2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 12.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse number 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but the way shall not prosper.
God, read on.
To show thee such tokens, I have leave, and if thou wilt pray again, and weep as now, and fast 7 days, thou shalt hear yet greater things.
So Ezra's right now is just about to get the interpretation, the meaning of these visions that the angel was showing him. All right, read.
Verse 14. Then I awaked, and extreme fearfulness went through all my body, and my mind was troubled, so that it fainted.
So that was Ezra's reaction just from seeing the visions of it. He's not even actually living in the moment. Right, read on.
So the angel that was come to talk with me held me, comforted me, and set me upon my feet. And in the second night it came to pass that Selethiel, the captain of the people, came unto me, saying, Where hast thou been?
Bro, I like this part. Go ahead.
And why is thy countenance so heavy?
Yeah, what's going on? Go ahead.
Knowest thou not that Israel is committed unto thee in the land of their captivity?
Right.
Up then and eat bread, and forsake us not,
And what did Ezra say? Go ahead.
as the shepherd that leaveth his flock in the hands of cruel wolves. Then said I unto him, Go thy ways from me,
Hey, he said, get out of my face.
Yeah, yeah.
Get away from me. Go ahead.
and come not nigh me. And he heard what I said, and went from me. So
And he didn't whisper that to like you. You gotta get into the scriptures. He didn't whisper. He said, get away from me. Hey, get away from me, man. You don't know what I just saw. I just saw what's gonna happen in about 1,000+ years. You have no idea what I'm going through. I just saw missiles and everything. I just seen things I can't even explain. Get away from me. Right? Go ahead.
So I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel, the angel, commanded me.
God, keep you going.
Verse 21. After 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again, and my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
God, so that's the point is, just in Ezra seeing the visions, his mind was troubled and his body was troubled. Because the angel asked him to fast those 7 days, but his countenance was heavy. So just imagine what we're going to be experiencing living through these times, and having to actually show our faith through it. It's going to be tough. We got to prepare.
You bring out 2 Ezra 9 and 7. Yeah, Ezra said, who shall save me in those days? That's what we're going to be thinking, like, damn, who about to save us? Now, we know the Lord will, but again, your flesh, it's still going to, your flesh not going to stop attacking you until, win the kingdom. So even in those days, you still may be thinking among, in your members, man, who want deliverance? Where's the Lord? You might be thinking that. But again, these videos, these precepts, right? These articles is for your benefit, right? It's exhortation. That's how you should perceive it. So you can get in the spirit now of understanding what's to come and how to prepare for the spirit. And to remember that the Lord will always protect you, right? Provided that you're keeping commandments and loving your brother. You can see. So you can go.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning.
That's right. So you're going to be saved by your works and by your faith. And chiefly on a spiritual level, your faith. You got to have faith that the Lord is going to deliver you. You shouldn't just be doing the works just so, okay, let me hurry up and pray just because I know the Lord like it. No, you got to have faith the Lord is listening to your prayer. You have to have faith that he's going to deliver and answer your prayer. You really have to believe. Because nobody wants to be with somebody that don't really believe in you. Even on a physical level. Right? Really, imagine if your woman just don't believe in you like that. You're not going to look at her the same. So the Lord feels that way with us. We have to really believe that he's going to deliver us and have faith that he will.
I read on that.
Is there more?
I just want to read on for real.
Yeah, you got it.
Verse 8, or verse 9. Then shall there be in pitiful case, which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them down, or cast them away despitefully, shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits, and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood it not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Pain. You gotta know it after death by pain. Because you're gonna end up giving up the ghost, but you're gonna give up the ghost again. Once you get resurrected. And then die again by another missile. Or by the sword of the Lord. Or by whatever device he may deem necessary and fit for you.
So let's watch this real quick.
The IDF are constantly being ambushed by Humvees. RPGs, drones, and snipers are broken out of the rubble and taking out IDF soldiers and buildings. Oh, damn. Yeah, Jake, you don't got that. And the future.
Where is that?
It's Eddie.
Oh, it's a Muslim. Oh, another new one started this year.
Oh yeah, they're done. Oh, yeah, oh my gosh, they're finished.
That was accurate.
These edits.
Yeah, that's that wild man.
What you mean? He probably ate that.
Oh.
Nah. It's some crazy highlights, man.
Wow.
We seeing war right now in the flesh.
Fire.
You know, it wasn't like this like 10 years ago. It was peace 10 years ago. You know, roughly. But now it's getting worse and worse and worse.
It's
All
actually-
praises.
It's like it's another video of basically an Israeli drone was like showing basically the last breaths of I think he was in Hamas. He was like walking away, like a minute long. He was walking. I think he was shot. He was like stomach. He was just walking. And they just recorded him on the drone.
You sent it?
No, I can send it to you.
Yes.
And then
Let's
they
see
show
that.
him dying.
Good.
All praises.
Show that weakness.
We got Exodus 15 and 3. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. We may not be able to show that.
That's the one.
Yeah, YouTube will take us down.
I'm gonna just send it to you. Just.
Oh, yeah, you can't show that.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
That's right. The Lord is a man of war. People were praying to God that this will stop. But someone of war, you think you want to listen to your prayers? He's making war happen. Why would you ask him not to make it happen? He's a man of war. What's this? Does this get bloody?
No, this is a speech.
Okay.
Palestinians.
Let's watch this one speech, and I got like 8 more links.
It's real long though, so when you wanna turn it off.
How long is it?
It's like 5 minutes. They talk about, Israelis getting away with murder, stuff like that.
We'll watch like 1 minute of it. Sent it? Oh. Right here it goes. This one?
Oh no, Black. That's the one when he died.
Oh. Was the last one?
The very last video.
Okay. We're going to go to Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. Are we looking for this?
It's the book of Revelation chapter 7 verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
To hurt the earth and the sea, even the people therein. Go ahead.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So until the elect is sealed, all hell won't completely be destroyed. Meaning what? There's still work to do. Still more work to do, brothers. Just because we seeing all this destruction and hell breaking loose don't mean you can slack off.
Listen, Israel has reacted with disregard of this day. Why are they getting away with murder at this unprecedented scale? Because they were never held accountable. That is why they confess to their crimes. That is why they steal our lives, our land, our resources, our money, our past, our present, and our future in broad daylight.
Does Israel respond to them in this video?
I don't know, I ain't seen the video, but
Mr. President, one day the massacres will stop.
that'd be good.
But how will we get over it? How will we get over the mass graves? The inability to bury our loved ones? We shall all be subject to the same rules, to the same expectations.
It's a lot.
We should all have our humanity recognized as citizens.
They like ban Palestinians from walking on the roads and stuff too in their land. Those so-called
Live
land.
their lives despite loss.
They really telling the truth.
Damn.
Yeah.
See that?
Don't play that
Don't play that
one.
one. Don't play that one.
They deserve whatever they
All the inclusion.
Yes, they do, all praises.
It's gonna feel
Look what they doing to us. Look what Ishmael doing to us. Nigerian, and we know Nigerian is Ham, but this is Israel over there too. Nigerian Christians burying their loved ones after a massacre committed by Islamist militia around Christmas last year. And they still doing it. See that? Right, so that's what's going on over the seas. This is around our neck of the woods. We all know what's coming up tomorrow. Oh, damn, it is tomorrow. Or is it 2 days from now?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, NYPD bracing for pro-Palestinian protests at New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square. Hey man, all of us in this room, we're gonna be praying something happen. I hope something happens. I want all hell to break loose. Right? I want them to blow up that ball. Right? Boom. Get it cracking. So, you know, brothers gotta be on the lookout, brothers gotta stay vigilant even tomorrow night. All hell gonna break loose. What's this? Is there a video? No. See this? Okay, talking to Jake.
There's always a serious concern. We're going to use technology a lot this year, number one. Number two, as you know, there's always a serious concern around safety in New Year's Eve because there's a large number of people, everyone, you know, look for events like this if they want to do bad things. And the police department is on top of it. There's an added concern because of the some of the protests you have been seeing, and there was an attempt to disrupt the tree lighting, and we're sure that there's going to be some type of attempt this year to use that stage for some other concerns that people are having. The police department did an amazing job during the tree lighting to
He's gapping, right? He's gapping away.
Executive.
The point is this, right? We expecting something big on New Year's Eve. That's what we want to happen, right? For those who don't know, Palestinians, they even blocked the road, the airport road in Chicago. I don't know if brother's seen that as well. Bring this up.
Security event with high impact. Oh, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a Black Swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. And not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine, and we're so divided in this country in ways
Bring out Daniel chapter 2. Bob Shah.
that we haven't seen before, and I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran, and that's what concerns me most. Oh, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that.
Good, all praises, right? We're on Daniel chapter 2. You can get verse 42.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
It shall be partly strong and partly broken. Right? America's going through a huge division right now. And Hollywood knows it, right? The elites know it. That's why they're pushing out all these movies. You had the movie Greenland, where there's a division amongst the country. You got the other movie that's coming out soon in April, Civil War. You got another movie, it was based in Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. It was with Dave Bautista. I don't know if brother saw it.
I forgot the name. I know you.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it last night. Y'all know that movie with Dave Bautista? All hell was breaking loose.
Oh, we was watching it
I can't remember.
on the new.
I think so. I can't remember that. Somebody can find that name. That's a good movie to watch too. Now, Greenland's the other one with the dude from 300.
Oh, when you had that Edomite woman.
Yeah, you got that Edomite woman.
And it was outside.
Yeah, he was outside running there and ramping. But in that movie, I think they even mentioned that. Huh? No, that's the other one. Yeah, that's the other one. That's a good one too, though. But in that movie, they even said Texas and the other southern states, they kind of divided and fought against America.
Wow,
And another new movie's coming up with Civil War, and they're saying it's another division amongst the states.
If Trump don't win, it's gonna
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping he don't win.
be. If he ain't
But
gonna win.
yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't win or willing.
You ain't see it was Maine was the second state
Mm-hmm.
to make,
Cast him out.
Yeah, he can't vote. I mean, he can't run basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So Lord willing, that grows.
They scared to death.
I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I ain't gonna lie.
Petrified.
The Trump supporters are pissed that he ain't win last time.
Yeah.
They raided the Capitol. They literally raided the White House.
Yeah, I knew America was finished.
They got straight through it.
Bushwick. Like going to the
Bushwick,
White House.
they all praises. That's the movie.
So, they don't even respect it. They
They went straight
You just walked in. We're gonna go into the prime minister home and be like, let me take everything
They
there.
said we gotta
We're
find
not doing that.
we gotta find these documents.
Me.
We know they're doing
Me.
doing something.
We don't care. Yes.
They found stuff too. See that? So, you know, God destroyed America.
I wish I could pull up that specific part. But anyway, they caught one of the, oh, there it is. In which an army of militiamen from southern states invade Brooklyn. Southern states. So I got something else. Let me pull this out real quick. Where is it? I'm just gonna Google it, because I seen it the other day. It says the Biden administration warns Texas it will sue if state implements strict immigration laws. You know, Biden, he wants more immigrants so they can vote for him, and just for madness, right? But Texas, they're not with that. Texas is that old traditional southern state, right? There's a lot of rednecks down there, there's a lot of KKK, there's a lot of racists down there. So they don't want that. That's the last thing they want. So pre-adventure, if Biden sues them, then what do you think Texas is going to do? Texas already has been trying to become its own independent state. So you can go back to Daniel 2:34 again.
It's the book of, you mean, it was 42.
Okay, kind of. What?
Book of Daniel chapter 2 and verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another.
They're not going to be unified. They're not going to be shaking hands properly, right? Iron and clay, they don't mix too well. Go ahead.
They shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Even as iron is not mixed with clay. Is there more than that?
That was it.
Come. So that's what we see, and we live in to see the day. You go to Matthew 12 and 26, and we're going to wind down.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 26. If Satan is cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Yeah, how is America going to stand when everybody hates everybody? When Biden hates everybody and Trump hates everybody, KKK is there, you got pro-Palestine, you got Ishmael, you got the Israelites. Everybody hates everybody. It's not how it used to be, right? Breaking report, American soldiers have been wounded. One critical in Erbil-based rocket attack in Iraq earlier today. Rumors swirling, America has retaliated against Iranian backed forces. So let's bring out these last 2 to 3 links. It appears the elites know something big is on the horizon and are actively making preparations. Now, has anybody seen Leave the World Behind?
Yes, I seen that.
Right? It's not really a spoiler, but just information that happened in the movie. Right? In that movie, he gave an anecdote or a real life story about him working with higher class people, and those higher class people understood the future of the economic state in America, which was pretty much impending doom. But he was like a broker of some sort, helping him trade money and allocate his money in right places. And the dude that he was speaking to was real short, and he was speaking to him as if like, you know, I feel sorry for you, because all hell's about to break loose, but I can't say too much about it. Right? And that's what we're seeing right now, and it's being shown by them building these bunkers. Them building these bunkers is letting us know that something's about to happen.
That's true.
They say the quietest man in the room is actually the loudest. Once this loads. First, let me get this one. All right, Lord willing it loads, but as U.S. economists predict 2024 will bring, there it is. A U.S. economist predicting that 2024 will bring the biggest crash of our lifetime. I mean, that's believable. We can only hope and pray. I mean, inflation's still been on the rise. Brothers still have a hard time finding a job, provide. Minimum wage can't get you nothing. So Lord willing, you know, we're going to eventually see the downfall of America within this year. You bring out Amos chapter 9, verse 11 about it, Shar. All right, these MFers getting ready for some stuff. And y'all on Twitter having a 50-50 debate. Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly building a $100 million Hawaii compound with huge underground bunkers.
Wow.
It's huge. 2 stories. 10 plus rooms. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus. And it's probably bigger than that. That's just an artist depiction.
You remember when Hawaii had went through all those fires?
I was about to say.
Destruction? What a coincidence.
They did that for real estate. Him, Oprah, Wayne Rock Johnson.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we all know they wicked, right? They're going to be exposed in due time once that flight log gets released. But you bring it out.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins.
Hold on, before you get that, this is what I actually want. Bring this out. I believe it's 8 and 11. It's 9 and 2. Amos 9 and 2.
Book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 2. Though they dig into hell.
So they what?
Though they dig into hell.
Go ahead.
Thence shall my hand take them. Do they climb up to heaven? Thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good.
That's right. So although they dig these holes in the ground for bunkers, or may try to have some type of escape route by way of making a damn spaceship, they can't hide from the Lord. That's why in that other movie, it was last year with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was where it was in Michigan too, I think. And the missile was meteors was hitting the Earth. And the rich, they built this big spaceship, and they flared Earth. And there was another one. If you saw 2012, they made the Ark all over again.
Yeah. Even though, you ever watched The 100?
Yeah, we talked about that.
When basically so-called China or whoever blew up the nuke, did the nuke and stuff, they went up into space, and that was called the ark.
Yep.
And then when they came back down, they did it again. The earth blew up again, and they had a bunker.
Mm-hmm. Esau always tries to escape. How the 1% are preparing for the collapse, for the apocalypse. Right? Say doomsday bunker, and most people would imagine a concrete room filled with cots and canned goods. But if you want to continue to read this, you can read this in your own time. Right? The point of the matter is just to show you that America is headed towards its downfall. And the elites know that, which is why they're trying to prepare. They're attempting to prepare. However, we know it won't be for their benefit. Because you can't hide from the Lord. You can bring out Amos chapter 9, verse 11. We'll close out with that.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom.
And we possess who?
The remnant of Edom.
Right, even Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of the 1%. Go ahead.
And of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
That's right. Society's going to collapse, and we're looking forward. Kwame Man, I'm looking forward. Man, I'm tired of working, man. But with that, we're going to bid Israel Shalom. I've brought Israel's been edified by the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.